Hello, welcome to my video. My name is Ashley Monique and my video page is Essential Beauty 8, YouTube/Essential Beauty 8, and my Facebook page is facebook.com/Essential Beauty 8. I will have the link below and the spelling somewhere. Anywho, it's ESSENTIAL Beauty, BEAUTY, and the number 8. Basically, I had Fantasia playing in the beginning of the video because, for one, I love that song, and she basically talking about her journey in that song, and that's what this video is. I am doing a personal video, a public video on my experience, my journey, my experience of a very private matter. And what it is I recently had gastric sleeve surgery, and that's very private to a lot of people, particularly my age, but just in general. But I just wanted to make a video and explain my process and document. Actually, it's really for me. It's about me, but I wanted to share because I know that there are people who may have questions and want to know the difference in experience of real life people, not people who what the doctor may ask them to do, but real life people in real life situations, real life problems, real life everything, who want to know what a person actually went through. Again, my name is Ashley Monique and I am 28. I live in South Carolina, and I actually I've been thought about the gastric bypass procedure, or the weight loss procedure, back in 2012. However, and back in 2012, I still am a big girl in 2014, but I was a big girl in 2005. But pretty much, I have no problem. I am not ashamed in telling my weight. A lot of people who do these videos, they prefer not to disclose their weight, which I don't understand, but I kind of get it, but then again I don't. But I have no issue with telling my weight because I'm losing weight and I'm changing it. Back in the day, I was one of those people, I didn't want to talk about my weight. And now that I'm a little older, more mature, and you know, my explanation for that, or my reason for not saying how much I weigh, was for one, it was embarrassing. 2, it was embarrassing. 3, it didn't make no damn sense. 4, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. But I am better today than I was back then. But I didn't want to share my weight, those numbers back then. But I don't mind talking about it now. And I think back then it was because I didn't want to talk about it, because if you tell someone how much you weigh, they look at you crazy. But also, it's like you wasn't really doing anything about it. And that's why I'm more confident about talking about how much I weighed then and how much I currently weigh now. Because now, this year, 2014, as of May 2014, I'm doing something about it. I'm really doing something about it. I've done something about it, which is the purpose of this video. And I'm currently still doing something about it with the working out. Well, I ain't got that far yet, so let's not get ahead of myself. but I plan on doing it. But I first thought about the weight loss surgery in 2012. Like, I think it was August 2012. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, I don't think you should do that, you know. Because one of the I'm going to get into the steps of it, but one of the requirements of the surgery is you have to diet for 3 to 6 months, and you had to, I think you had to lose like 30 pounds or something like that, but you had to lose weight. You had to show that you were doing what you were supposed to do. You were attempting to lose the weight. And so when I told him that, well, I would have to diet for 3 to 6 months, he was like, well, if you got to diet for 3 to 6 months and you got to lose weight, then what's stopping? You got to lose like 60 pounds or something. It was like 30 or 60 pounds. And I'm thinking it was 60 pounds at the time. But he was like, well, if you, so what happens if you do diet for 3 to 6 months and you lose the 60 pounds? And then, okay, yeah, you qualify for the surgery. So why don't you just do another 3 to 6 months, lose another 60 to 30 pounds, then you lose, if you lost 30 pounds in the first 3 to 6 months, then you do it again for another 3 to 6 months, that's 60 pounds. Or if you lost 60 pounds in the first 3 to 6 months, and you do it again for another 3 to 6 months, and you lose another 60 pounds, that's 120 pounds. He said, so why would you even consider getting a surgery if you're going to have to diet, exercise, work out anyway? Just do it the natural way. Like, people back then was just like, do it the natural way, do it the natural way, you know. But it was hard, like, not making excuses, but that's easier said than done. And that's one of the reasons, one of the requirements that you got to have, which is having a psychological evaluation, because you got to be right here before you can be right here, and before you can be right down here and all over. It start with in here, and that's with anything. That's with a college education, that's with purchasing a home, that's with starting a family, just getting your life together, period. It starts in here. You gotta really be passionate about that, and you gotta really want that. Like, it gotta be in your head to the fact that, well, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. This is your shit. You gonna do it, you know. But anyway, back in 2012, like I said, I considered getting the weight loss surgery. I was 509 pounds. I repeat, I was and this is my first time talking about this publicly. Only one person know that now, which I just recently told him, which is my current boyfriend. And I just recently told him, because the thing about weight is, you typically, you always weigh more than how you actually look. So I have several friends who are well over 200, pushing 250, or a little over 250. But being that I'm in this weight loss journey myself, you know, and I'm like, girl, they go, oh, I need to do, I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, you ain't even that big. And so they'll be like, yes, I am. I'm like, no, you're not, you know. And so they'd be like, you won't believe how much I weigh. I'm like, how much you weigh? So they'd be like, 230 something. And I'd be like, God damn. You know, like, I didn't know that. But I don't know. I think personally, if people ask me how much I weigh, they wouldn't believe how much I weighed either. You know, I'm like what, back then, 2012, which was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago in August, 509 pounds, that's a trash can. Like, I mean, just being honest, that's a fucking trash can. That's like, that gotta be one of those trash cans where the garbage man come on Mondays, and they come in the big truck, they come in the truck, they park in front of the thing, they put the little thing in, and then they lift the truck up, and then they dump that shit. You know, it gotta be a trash can. But my cousin, I have a cousin, my favorite little cousin, he get on my nerves sometimes, he's smart at the mouth, but his nickname for me was Minivan, you know. But that was minivan back then, and maybe, you know, whatever. But right now, fuck that minivan shit. I'm about to be a Ford Focus. I'm losing weight, y'all. I'm about to be a motherfucking Ford. For you classic chicks, I'm about to be a Honda. You know, one of them updated 2014 Hondas. And for you females who got your shit together, I'm about to be a Benz. And then for them niggas who got themselves together, I'm about to be a motherfucking Bugatti, you know. But I'm serious this time. Like, this time is totally different than a couple years ago. So that's why I'm comfortable with saying, back in 2012, I actually used to weigh 509 pounds. I was a minivan. I was a quad cab. But today, I'm working on being a Ford Focus. But anyways, as of today, I currently weigh 445 pounds. And I'm not ashamed to talk about that either, because like I said, the whole point of it is I'm losing weight. So I think, if my math is correct, I've lost 64 pounds. And out of those 64 pounds, within 2 weeks, I've lost 26 of those pounds. And it's due to the procedure that I had, which is the gastric sleeve surgery. Like I said, I started about in 2012. I started then last year, 2013. Things were going okay in my life, but I wanted to be here longer. Like I said, I have a boyfriend, and I want to do things. I want to live, pretty much. That's the point of you losing me losing weight, is I want to live. And I do a lot of activities with my little cousins, like who are like 13 and under, like 13 to 5, and I take them places, preferably like every other month, you know, to the beach when the weather permits, to a park or something. But I spend time with my cousins because currently right now I don't have kids, and when you spend a lot of time with kids, that kind of make you want to have your own, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm in love. Overall, I have myself together. I have my own place. I have my own transportations, plural, more than one. I have a decent job, even though I don't like my job, but it pays the bills. I got good benefits. You know, it's okay, but it's more to life than that. I want a family, so, and I want to live. So first, I tried out for the Biggest Loser, 2014 casting, Biggest Loser. Me and a friend, we did get chosen. We did not get chosen, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna continue with the weight loss thing, the weight loss surgery. So I started inquiring about the weight loss surgery back in 2013, and there's several things that you have to do in order to qualify for this surgery. First and foremost, you have to have a BMI, which is body mass index, of 40 or more. Well, my BMI, I think I was I was trying to maintain, and I know that's probably a weird word to say when you're morbidly obese, but I personally think it's harder to maintain a certain weight, which I was like 484 back in 2013, early like maybe November 2014 to like maybe January 2014. But it was hard trying to maintain a weight, meaning I didn't want to go over. I didn't want to go over 482 or 484. My goal was, I was trying to lose weight, but you know, losing weight is way harder than it's easy to gain weight, because all you got to do is just go to the cookout and eat one plate. And you know, the first thing you grab at a cookout is not no salad and not no chicken. I can't even go to cookouts no more. But anyway. instead of grabbing a salad, you grab pasta salad. And that pasta salad got a lot of carbs in it because of those noodles. And sometimes salads ain't even healthy. You think just because you got that lettuce, that tomato, that cucumber, that's good, and tomatoes, that's good. But it's the stuff that you put in that salad or on top of that salad. When you start putting fried chicken on that, crispy chicken on that salad, no, that's not good. That's bad. You need to put grilled chicken. If you gonna have a little side salad and some wings on the side, bake your wings. Don't fry your wings. You know. But anyway, but first thing, like I said, you have to have a body mass, a BMI of 40 or over. You have to have medical clearance. Like I said, you have to have a psychological evaluation. You have to sit with a therapist who has to evaluate you. You have to talk to her, him or her. I prefer the female. You have to talk to them, and they get to the root of the problem of why you are overweight. And for different people, it's different circumstances. I found out what my issue was, but I guess I'll do a video about that later. But I found out what my problem was, and I didn't even really know it, you know. You have to have medical clearance, and part of the medical clearance is you have to have an upper GI, and the upper GI is an X-ray of like the throat and the stomach. Like you have to swallow. First off, you have to stand in front of this X-ray machine. You stand in front of the X-ray machine, and you're gonna lay down also. But you swallow like this thick chalk, white chalk mixture. It's like taking chalk, crushing it up, and putting it in a cup, mix it with water or milk rather. But it's disgusting. I think they call it Barrick or something. I'm not sure. But you have to swallow that, and then you not all at one time, but you take gulps of it. And the X-ray machine is in front of you, and it shows as it goes down. You know, goes down and how it enters into your stomach. You know, that is called the upper GI. And then another medical clearance is you have to have an echo exam. An echo exam is your heart, where you lay on the table and they basically do an ultrasound of your heart, make sure everything is flowing right with your heart. And I told you about the session with the therapist. I told you about you have to diet and exercise for 3 to 6 months. And the surgery is expensive. I would not recommend you paying it out of pocket. If you have insurance, most insurance now do cover it. But in order for them to cover it, you have to meet all those qualifications. But I basically just got my surgery. I got my surgery. I had my pre-op appointment, which is typically 2 weeks prior to surgery. I had my pre-op appointment Monday, April the 28th, 2014. I had my surgery done in Columbia, South Carolina. That is maybe like 2 hours away from where I'm located in South Carolina. Went there, had my pre-op appointment. Then the staff is nice. You also have to have a group counseling session also. Basically, it's where you meet with other overweight people and you just talk. You know, I was sitting in the cut. You know, I spoke when spoken to, and I offered some personal, you know, trials and tribulations. But anyway, the staff was nice. Staff was nice. I went there. They basically gave me all the information that I needed to let me know before what I need to do, which I need to go in a high protein, low carb diet. They didn't want me to consume no more than 20 grams of carbs per day. They wanted me to consume a lot of protein per day, like 80, 100 grams of protein per day. The purpose of that is 2 weeks prior to surgery is to shrink your liver. The procedure that I had done, like I said, is the gastric sleeve, and it's laparoscopic. I think that's how you pronounce it, where they don't just do a long incision or cut like open heart surgery. They do small cuts, maybe about that wide. And I was told it was supposed to be 4. It was supposed to be like in a smiley face form. You know how smiley face is. You got the smile. Hold up. You got the smile. And then you got the nose. The nose. That's what I was told. But after surgery, my shit wasn't like that. And I'm kind of upset about it, to be honest with you. But one I thought it was going to be 4 holes, 4 incisions, 4 cuts. I got 8 cuts. And I'm glad they're not, one positive thing about it, I'm glad they're not stapled. I'm glad they're not stapled. Damn it. I'm glad they're not staple closed. And I'm glad they're not stitched closed. I do have one that is stitched though. But the rest of them, I never really heard this before. But they're glued. He said they're closed with body glue. Later, if you're interested, I'll post pictures of my stomach. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah. But basically, this is part 1 because this video is already long. But this is part 1 of my gastric sleeve surgery that I just had done Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hold on, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 days ago. And you see, I'm up. I'm hurting. Don't get it twisted. I ain't hurting that bad. I actually was supposed to stay in the hospital 2 days. Because I'm from out of town. Like I said, I stay like 2 hours away from the town and the hospital that I was having the procedure done at. So the doctor wanted to keep me, like I said, they're very nice. They wanted to keep me close to them for observation, just in case. Knock on wood. It's a southern thing. Just in case something happened. But I actually ended up staying 3 days. But this is part 1 of the video, and it's already ran longer than I expected. But part 2, I'm gonna get more in detail about my process and my journey. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment below what questions that you have about my journey. And basically the purpose of this video is because there are young women like me who are my age or a little bit younger, because I was a chunky monkey when I was younger for a long time, aka a little minivan, a little SUV for a long time. And I decided to do something about it. But I am going to diet and exercise. Well, you ain't got no choice but diet and exercise with this procedure. Because I don't want a whole lot of loose skin. But don't forget to like, comment below with questions, and to subscribe to my channel, which is Essential Beauty 8, the number 8. And you can like my page at Essential Beauty 8 on Facebook also.